fortune itself is also a kind of destiny. The intertwining of fate. Quite amusing.
Hello, humans.
Good fortune itself is also a kind of destiny.
Yeah, I saw the like what they're doing for the MCs for ZZZ. Looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know we'd get leaks today. I was trying to like get a true zero cycle. It's not that it's impossible, but like I'm trying to get it while having the game on auto. But like Kafka has like 5% HP because my characters aren't built well enough, so I was gonna have to wait a little longer. Hello.
Let's have some fun.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even used my Silver Wolf in open world yet until now. This is actually like sick. Does it ever go away? Surely it goes away at some point. I don't think it goes away. Wow. Blade's second form is just Nanook. Uh, has it been leaked? It's like on the Reddit right now. Oh, so Blade's recommended teams are his main recommended team is with Ashvale. His second one is with Acheron. And the third one is Hyper Carry with Tribby and Sparkle. So the leakers weren't lying. Wait, what? Wait, does Blade have defense reduction too? Because I don't think that was part of the last leak trace. After the wearer inflicts defense reduction state on enemy targets, it'll buff their crit damage. He has defense reduction? I guess I'm gonna have to wait a bit longer. Because if he has defense reduction, then I mean, with Ashvale, surely you just hit 100% at this point. Himiko's relic set leaked. When the wearer uses ultimate, the ultimate damage dealt increases by 36%. lasting for 4 turns. This effect can stack up to 4 times. Wait. Stack up to 6 times. 36% ultimate damage? Stacking up 6 times? That's like 220% or something. So then Himiko's probably an ultimate damage dealer? I guess. Is Blade gonna be good for... Bro, we only have one thing leaked. But off of recommended teams and that one thing, yeah. Guys, we don't know. Please. We have one screenshot of one trace. Do not ask me if Blade is a universal support. What is that even supposed to mean? I can check. Oh, they finally have his kit on this website. Finally. Okay. I don't care about your basic attack. It's whatever. What does your skill do? Consume max HP and deal fire damage to all enemies. Additionally, a bit of bounce as well to a random enemy. If current HP is insufficient, Blade's HP will be reduced to 1 when using his skill. Yeah. HP scalers don't use skill points these days. I already know that. Don't need to tell me again. Oh, okay. Yeah, this makes a lot more sense. Inflicts Balefire Bind when using ultimate on all enemies. Enemy targets in the Balefire Bind state have their defense... Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! 30% defense reduction and 50% vulnerability lasting for 2 turns. Then consumes HP equal to... What does that say? Oh, 30% of his max HP. While the zone is active, he'll enter an infinite fury state. While in this state, crit rate increases by 20% and crit damage by 60%. Unlocks a new skill and gains a new ultimate. When receiving a killing blow, the unit will not be knocked down, but instead will dispel the zone, exiting the infinite fury state, and recover 50% of his max HP. Nerf in V2? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. Like, chat, you guys need to keep in mind, I've been saying this for a little while now. They need to make Blade very, very strong because of the fact that Welt is free, right? Welt is a standard character. You can choose him on the golden tokens. And Welt, if I remember correctly, is giving the entire team like 100% damage bonus, 40% defense reduction, and he's putting slow on them, right? So like, I don't think this is getting nerfed. I don't. I think they purposefully made him this strong because he needs to be better than Welt to get people to pull him. You said that about Ashvale. Ashvale didn't get any of his debuffing capabilities removed. In fact, his Lycone got buffed. I think maybe like a small follow-up damage buff or something was removed, and that was it. Like it didn't matter all that much. And then Asheville also got buffed a little more later on, so like his main DPS state was still good. So I don't know what you're trying to get at. Talent. Well, the zone is active after each attack an ally target uses on the enemy, inflicts Balefire Bind state on the enemy, and grants 1 charge. When charge reaches 9 points, he'll consume them, regenerate 25 energy, and use his skill 1 more time. This extra skill usage won't consume... Okay, so this guy's best team is clearly follow-up. Oh, and also does not consume HP and is considered a follow-up. So the more you spam follow-ups, the more you get extra skills off of, like, just more attacks in general. So like follow-up is the best team for this because they have the fastest attack spam in the game. Technique: immediately attacks all enemies within range, taunts the target for 1 turn, and decreases damage taken by 90% for 2 turns. And then traces. Mordant Axe Blade can accumulate up to 80 energy overflow. After using ultimate, the overflow will be cleared and a corresponding amount of energy is regened. When the battle starts or when the zone is dispelled, if energy is below 50%, immediately regenerate to 50%. 2. While the zone is active, increases the chance of being attacked by enemies, and after being attacked, it will inflict the Balefire Bind state on the attacker, and Blade gains a charge. And then the Acheron trace, which is the third one. While the zone is active, damage dealt by ally targets increases by 50%. If there are other Nihility characters outside of Blade, then ultimate damage will be increased by 50%. Otherwise, follow-up attack damage will be increased by 50%. So, what this is saying, basically, if you pair him with Acheron, she gets technically 100% more damage. So, kind of similar to the Welt thing. And then, if you pair him with no other Nihility, he'll give you 50% more follow-up damage. So, like Ashvale team, right? Okay, well, let's see the Eidolons. Support characters usually have decent early Eidolons. Okay. E1. While the zone is active, decrease all enemy res by 20%. Okay, that's kind of expected. That's kind of expected. After using extra skill from talent, the Infinite Fury countdown has its action delayed by 15%. And then E2 increases damage dealt from the extra skill by 50%. When an ally character uses their ultimate to deal damage, it is considered as launching a follow-up. While the zone is active, when other allies use a follow-up, Blade will gain 1 charge. This can be triggered up to 9 times, and the trigger count will reset at the start of Blade's turn. So, even though this guy is like clearly an Acheron buff, he's definitely targeted towards follow-up. So like the Acheron team is just if you want to make your Acheron stronger and you don't care about the follow-up team. So like they kind of they kill 2 birds with 1 stone. They give Acheron a new support. However, this guy's mainly for follow-up for sure. It's changed from 40% to 20%. What has? What was even 40% here? The E1? Is that what you're talking about? The E1? Was the E1 originally 40% res down or something? The res oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, no, 40% res down sounds way too busted. I don't think that ever happened. Now let me see his light cone. Increase This light cone isn't anything special like Ash Veils in terms of buffing the team. Yeah, it's not bad, but like, I'd assume this light cone, you care a lot more about it if you run him as a main DPS. I don't know so much as like the support of the follow-up team though. So yeah, Blade is kind of confirmed to be part of the follow-up team at this point. Also an Acheron buff. He's just Cypher 2.0 but better. That's really just the gist of things, which I had guessed. He is just a Cypher 2.0. A little bit of follow-up. Actually, no, a lot of follow-up in this case. To be honest, Cypher was more of an Acheron buff, so I take that back. Way better Cypher 2.0 and way more focused on follow-up, but still an Acheron buff. Still an Acheron buff. His ultimate is like the real star, right? 30% defense reduction and 50% vulnerability. That is hefty, man. That is really, really hefty. Wait, let me actually check. And damage received increased by 50%. Yeah, that sounds like it. Let me check Cypher. I'm pretty sure vulnerability is usually damage received. Cypher. Cypher. Is it damage received for you too? Huh? Why can't I find it? I can't find it. Skill. No, it's not in the skill. Talent. No, it's not in the talent. Ulti. No, the ulti is just the true damage. That's technique. Oh yeah. Damage received by all enemy targets increases by 40%. So yes, it's the same wording. Cypher's vulnerability debuff has the same wording as Blade's 50% damage received. But also, Blade has 30% defense reduction. The amp that Blade currently has is quite nice. It is really... Even just, like, not even taking into account, like, whatever his damage is, and, like, how well he flows, and, like, his damage bonus with, like, ultimate damage and stuff. Just the ult buffs alone are just absolutely massive. It's kind of disgusting. Once again, though, I don't think he gets nerfed because Welt is free, and Welt is also, you know, quite good. If I'm just being honest, I think Welt is quite good. This is like a good spot to put him where like he's not only slightly better, right? So it's like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna skip this guy and get Welt, especially those who are close to like Welty 4 with that 30% res reduction. It's not bad, but it's also not game breaking in my opinion. Like if you see the buffs that these Elation teams are getting from their best in slot supports, this doesn't seem too crazy, in my opinion. I'll be going for that on my Phanon account. For sure now. Blade plus Ashvale. Get E1 Ashvale. Get E1 Blade. I mean, that's... Wow. That's kind of disgusting. E1 S1 Ashvale with E1 Blade. Oh my god. There's so many debuffs. There's so many. Actually, let me guys, Ashvale puts 40% vulnerability, right? Wait, no. Defense reduction. I think it's 40%. Yeah. So 40% defense reduction. His E1 is on average 30% vulnerability. His S1 is 20% more vulnerability. Blade has... What was it? 50? Was it... No, I think it was 30% defense reduction and 50% vulnerability. And then his E1 has 20% res down. Yeah. The E1 combo between Ashvale and Blade seems really strong. It seems really, really strong. Yeah, also, that's actually a good point. Buff Sparkled exists. And, like, there was no way they were going to make an older Nova Harmony be the strongest, like, buffer in the game. Slash debuffer. So, to be honest, yeah, this isn't too crazy, actually. Because Sparkle is on one for sure. And they gave Sparkle for free. So, like, a lot of people are getting close to that E2, possibly. What's Sparkle's E2, like 30% defense reduction? Yeah. Yeah, I think this is staying. Very strong. Very, very strong. However, clearly, in my opinion, not supposed to be a main DPS. I don't know. I could be wrong. All main DPS material characters in this game, they don't usually have supportive early Eidolons, and they don't usually have that big of support capabilities in base kit. So this also kind of confirms that this follow-up team isn't over. They still need to wait for their main DPS. Interesting. Is there any new leaks on the Reddit? Oh no, they're just putting the kid, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing new. There's not like gameplay or anything yet. No, he's definitely getting nerfed. No, probably not, man. I don't know why you think he's gonna get nerfed. His debuffing capability, like, you need to understand, Welt is free, right? A standard character, and has golden. He's on the golden token shop. Welt gives more than half of Blade's kit as a standard character. Like, he puts 40% defense down, and he gives 100% damage bonus without the need of needing like a follow-up character or an ultimate character on your team to take advantage of it. Blade is like, he's definitely going to have way more damage than Welt, but just in terms of debuffing capability, like, you need to understand, this is a 1.x standard character versus a 4.x meta support for follow-up. him being like a 40 to 50% better amper than Welt isn't crazy. It just isn't. Yeah, and Welt has like the possibility of getting him E4. Like, no joke. If you have an E4 Welt, it's basically competitive with an E0 new blade because of the 30% res reduction. So, some of the veterans out there, some of the 50-50 losers who got a ton of welts, they basically have a free blade on their fucking account. I mean, he could get nerfed, but like, I think it's minuscule in terms of his debuffing capability. Like, maybe they reduce the Vuln 5%. Like, I don't know, man. You guys need to understand. He's competing against a standard character. The more you nerf him, the less people are going to give a shit about him. Because Welt is in the golden token. And he's a standard character. You know? Like, Buff Sparkle literally exists. Buff Sparkle is like the strongest single target buffer in the entirety of the game currently. Her Nova was insane. I thought they were going to nerf Buff Sparkle. And they didn't. If I have an E0 Welt, I can skip Blade. That is not what I said. And also, getting Blade just depends on what teams you have or planning to pull them in. I'm just trying to build a new account. I mean, I can't help you. This game is entirely dependent on the teams and DPSs that you're going for. Sorry. There's no like specific all-knowing answer like fucking Tribby in the beginning of version 3. Elation teams don't give a shit about Blade, so if you're getting any Elation team, you don't give a shit about Blade. Upcoming Himiko probably might not give a shit about Blade. So, Himiko doesn't give a shit about Blade. Almost all the Ampho DPSs these days, they probably still wouldn't use Blade. Because you can just keep using Cyrene. Like, I don't know. Like, he's general. But that doesn't at all make anyone a must pull. I've always been someone who has said that must pull is just stupid. There is must pulls in the context of one's account and like the stress of how important a character is to like reviving some team that you have on your account. Maybe in that context, but not in general. Not anymore. This game has become much more niche. I'd argue they took the Wuwa route, kinda, or the Genshin route, whichever game you mainly play. I say Wuwa route because I'm used to Wuwa being the niche teams, but yeah. Does Blade technically work for Phanon? Let me see the ultimate wording. No, I don't think so. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Because it says inflicts balefire bind on all enemies. So like I don't know if this is going to transfer into the next wave. If it automatically transfers into the next waves while Phanon is in ult, then yes. This would probably be a fat Phanon buff. It might be, yeah. Because Phanon likes defense reduction because he has a little bit of it himself. But also, like, in comparison, Tribby gives 24% res pen and 30% vulnerability. So that's like 54 to 60% amp, depending on whether or not you're going against non-resist. This right here from Blade is 30% defense reduction, 50% vulnerability, which is stronger, probably for Phanon. Depending on just how much defense reduction you have stacked on your Phanon team, this could be like as strong as E1 Tribby, if not a slightly stronger, but at E0. What do you think of his Eidolons? Well, the E1's pretty simple. The E2 I just don't fully understand the value of until we get gameplay. The E2 kind of looks similar to Ashvale E2. It's probably for his own main DPS mainly. Annihility being compared to Tribby is ridiculous. I mean, it's not even just a comparison. Blade is just better if you have good ult up time. The thing is, there is a catch with Blade. The debuffs last 2 turns. So, you know, after those 2 turns, like, there could 100% be downtime here that we aren't aware of. Like, his Lycone has ER gen on it, which is kind of a big tell. You might want to get that Lycone for better uptime. Kind of similar to like a Yao Guang situation. Air buffing Nihility. I mean, this just... I don't think it's surprising. Because Nova Welt and Nova Sparkle exist. They're going really hard on making the supports just way better at buffing than they used to be. So I'm not too surprised that, like, the first real supportive type character that isn't Elation in this version has, like, a new level of debuffing. It makes sense. Because otherwise, like, let's say you remove the defense reduction from Blade's kit and he only has the 50% vulnerability and, like, damage bonus. Welt is nearly competitive with him in terms of debuffing. Like, they need to sell him somehow. You know? Like, they need to sell him somehow. They just kind of put themselves in a hole by buffing Welt and Sparkle so well. So there's high expectations. Yeah, like you can get Robin for free over time from the Golden Token Shop. Welt is also in the Golden Token Shop. And if you have his E4, I mean, that's an entirely other ball game. E4 Welt is probably competitive to like E0 Blade in terms of debuffing, you know? They have to sell him somehow to people by making him meta. And to be honest, the Acheron bait is literally just the cherry on top. Like, they're going to make a lot more money off of giving Acheron a new best in slot support. Which, props to them, man. Props to them. No, I'm not going to play NTE. I already said this. It has a really good gacha system, seemingly, but from what I've seen, some of the combat animations, I think it definitely still needs improvement in the animation department for quite a few characters. Still no Blade leaks. I mean, there's almost never gameplay leaks right when kit gets leaked. It always takes a bit longer for gameplay. And then it takes even longer for like showcases of damage in teams against endgame. We need to keep Acheron and Fei Xiao alive. Fei Xiao's just washed, man. Let it go. She had her time. I don't think they're gonna Nova Fei Xiao. I think Fei Xiao's in a very unfortunate situation where they're gonna make a new character who's follow-up. So like obviously they don't want to Nova Fei Xiao, because then if they do that, you know, oh, you don't want to pull Avin? You don't want to pull Avin because Fei Xiao is strong enough? Then we're just not gonna Nova her right now. I don't see Fei Xiao getting Nova'd in this version. I see Acheron getting Nova'd in this version. I've held this opinion for a while now. Because I've said the best way to Nova characters in this game is to do the Firefly. That you don't necessarily need to make them a Dahlia, but like get a new teammate who noticeably buffs the DPS or team, and then at the exact same time also Nova the DPS. It makes them last way longer than like fucking Blade and Jing Liu Novas. So now the teammate is here. Okay? It's not necessarily a Dahlia, but an upgrade is here for Acheron. So just Nova her in like late 4.x so that people stop complaining. Now, here's the thing. Are we going to end up in a Fei Xiao situation where Hyper Carry Blade with Ashvale is stronger than Acheron with Blade? Yes. Very, very likely. Okay, not even like, oh, you know, like, no. Blade is definitely going to be stronger than Acheron with Blade. But if you love Acheron, you still win, right? Do you really love Acheron? If you do, you won't care about the meta. You'll pull her best support so that she can shine. She can have the spotlight, right? Blade never fell off. True. I'm just waiting for the gameplay. I just want to see, like, if he has a second form. I mean, the leakers were right about everything so far, so, like, I just want to see how the second form looks. The official stickers has Blade second form. Yeah, but it isn't anywhere near the same. A chibified version looks nothing like the real version, which is why I'm just waiting for the animations. Yeah. I'm pretty happy I pulled Asheville on my other Phanon account now. Was worth it. Although now it calls into question, like, did Anon kind of lie? Or was Anon just nitpicky? Because the sustain of the follow-up team is going to be a woman. So the all-male team being like, nah, this isn't real. Like, it's technically going to be real. Like, Asheville, Blade, and Avon are going to be on the team. But, like, there's going to be a girl sustain. So he was like, nah, this is fake, bro. And then everybody was sad for no fucking reason. Because so far, full stop is right. Full stop is right. Asheville is on the exact same team with Blade, and that is Blade's main team. And in my opinion, both of their kits aren't main DPS shit. Like, you can run them as main DPS, but main DPSs have a lot more selfish of kits for buffing themselves. So, I don't know. I think Anon might have made people confused for kind of no reason. Can't forget what they said about Fate 4.3. Yeah, it might have moved a patch. Like, I don't know why everybody thinks Fate is, like, suddenly completely gone. Like, Fate could still be real. It's just that it's in 4.4, which I said myself. Before Anon even came out to be like, yeah, there's no Fate collab in 4.3, which keep in mind, he didn't say there's no Fate collab. He said it's a lie that it's in 4.3, right? But even before Anon, I said, I don't think they're going to release the Fate collab in 4.3 because going off of what they did last time, it makes a lot more sense for 4.4. And if they were in 4.3, they'd be leaked right now before they ever got drip marketed, right? Like, the current leaks we are getting for Blade, we would have currently had Gilgamesh and Rin leaked as well, which would have been probably catastrophic for Hoyo. So, my opinion, they probably just moved them to 4.4. If the fake collab isn't in 4.4 either, then I'll be like more open to the idea that there's literally no fake collab part 2 at all, which sucks because I want Gilga.
This is ridiculous. How come I keep bumping into colleagues?
Surely they would give a larger heads up. They announced the fake collab release date on the last anniversary concert. This anniversary's concert is legit in like 4 days, 5 days. So it would be the exact same as last time. The difference is last time they announced the collab, but they didn't announce the characters. They didn't announce anything. It's just the fate thing is happening. We don't know when. Like over a year from now. But the actual characters and the information around the collab and the stuff we were getting was only officially revealed in the last anniversary concert. In my opinion, they don't need to do the fate hype up of like, oh, Gilgamesh and Rin is coming 1 year later like last time, because it already exists in the game now. So people would be like, that's cool, but so if they really want to take people by surprise, then it would be this anniversary's concert like last time.
This is ridiculous. How come I keep bumping into colleagues?
That was never leaked tactician, like at all. It has never been leaked that SP Robin is part of the team, or that Himiko is part of the team. I don't know where you got that from. What updates tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe.
How come I keep bumping into colleagues?
There was a leak about Robin with Himiko? Oh, maybe that, yeah. I mean, yeah, I could see that. Just makes sense. New main push gets best in slot teammates. Pretty obvious. I heard Blade's numbers are doubled. If Blade's numbers are doubled on the debuffing side, he is garbage. Sorry. He's fucking trash. If his numbers are currently doubled. Like, he's going band for band with Welt in terms of debuffing enemies. So, I doubt they're doubled right now. The relics? I mean, maybe the relics, but not Blade's kit from what I saw. It was doubled originally, but oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay, listen, I don't understand the doubling thing because when I went to Nanoka and Blade's kit was there, nothing was doubled for me. The E1 was normal. Someone came in here earlier saying they thought the E1 was 40% res down, but I saw it as 20%. I'm assuming this like doubling thing, like it's already gone. It's already done with. Yeah. Like if Blade had fucking, what is that, 100% vulnerability and 60% defense reduction, I might fucking quit this game, bro. I might genuinely just quit at that point. So no, 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 no. It's normal now. I do find it funny that in Hoyo's recommended teams, they put Acheron with Blade and Jiaoqiu. I don't think you use Jiaoqiu, bro. Like, I feel like you just use Cypher instead of Jiaoqiu. I don't know what they're cooking with that recommended team. Or you use a Harmony, which has been kind of the norm for Acheron for quite a while now. E2 Silverwolf as well. E2 Silverwolf would definitely be better than Zhao Q. E0 arguably is already better than Zhao Q for some situations. Shook when I saw 60% defense reduction. Yeah, it doesn't even make sense in the first place, in my opinion, though. Like, if that were the case, an instant 100% defense reduction with Ashvale on the team seems a little like I think I was saying this we were actually talking about like Blade and what I thought he might have like debuffing wise in one of the past few streams. And I remember telling people I don't think that Blade is going to like suddenly get you 100% defense reduction because this game likes being really stingy with it. They don't like giving you 100% for free. They really want you to get like at least a little bit more from some outside source almost every single fucking time. So I was like, I don't think Blade is going to take this team to 100% defense reduction. I guess now it's 70%. 30% from Blade, 40% from Ashvale. With the old version of Ashvale's Lycone, where it like increased the defense reduction, that could have been pretty cool. Not gonna lie. That could have been pretty nice. But now you're stuck at 70%. I don't know where the fuck else you'd get defense reduction from. Maybe Pearl. You know, Pearl follow-up sustain. E1 has defense reduction on it. Bam. You're good. Wait. Oh my goodness. The GOAT. The GOAT. Ling Sha, where are you? Wait, no. Ling Sha's only works when they're broken, right? I haven't used her in years. I forgot about that. It's only when they're broken. Oh, fuck. Washed. Blade is E2 Silverwolf. Oh no, I don't say it because of the constant application thing, but because I think E2 Silverwolf is like 20% more vuln or something like that. So like Silverwolf is already very strong at debuffing, but then you add the E2 and it's like so strong for single target shit. But yeah. If I remember correctly, one of my... Oh, yeah, it was the Firefly account that has the E1 Silverwolf. So pretty close to E2. Oh, I see Don Bane. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what I already saw. I saw the 50% and not the 200 whatever percent. And I can reset it again and check. Oh, they just updated with his picture and stuff this time. Yeah. Okay, let me see. HSR. New relics. Yep, you have Blade set, which is just kind of buffing the team and increases crit damage dealt to enemy targets. And then you have what is likely Himiko set, increases ultimate damage dealt by 18%, and it can stack up to 3 times. Oh, okay, yeah. The relics were fucked. So I saw Blade's kit as it is, but when I first read the relics, they were definitely fucked. Yeah. Because before this said 36% ultimate damage increase and up to 6 times. So they finally fixed it. Although, like, nah, I don't think Blade would be for Himiko, no? I don't know. Because Blade also buffs ultimate damage. Nah. Because she's a main push. There wouldn't be, like, any confusion about it. He's definitely not made for Himiko. Gacha base still has doubled numbers. I'm using Nanoka. That's the one I'm using. How's E2 Blade? I don't know. E2 Blade seems more of like a main DPS increase and there's no gameplay. I'm not going to pretend to know. Blade set is a slight Cypher buff? I don't think so. Because Cypher puts vulnerability, no? So there wouldn't be enough defense reduction? Yeah. You need enemies to have 28% defense reduction, it seems, to activate the increased awareness crit damage dealt. And after the wearer inflicts defense reduction, all out, like, I don't think Cypher has enough defense reduction for this. You need another source from the team somewhere. I don't think her Lycone is enough either, right? Cypher Lycone? I don't think Cypher's Lycone is 28% defense reduction. If I had to guess, it's probably like 18 or 16. Yeah, it's 16% for 2 turns. And only certain enemy targets have this. Oh, wait, no. It's up to 24%, but it's not 28%. If you have superimpositions, maybe. Are we sensing an Acheron Nova in 4.4? I don't think 4.4. I could see it near the end of the version or at the beginning of V5 though, which has been my guess. Because they didn't do that with Firefly. They did give Firefly a new teammate, but they didn't Nova her in the next batch. They Nova'd her in the batch after the next batch. You know? Like 4.0 was Sparkle and Black Swan Novas. Is it a must for Silverwolf to have 200 speed? Well, nothing's a must, but it's recommended. You don't need to hit 200 speed. To be honest, bro, I've been struggling, man. Trust me, I've been struggling. Okay, I'm on 197. It's not like I have bad speed on my pieces. I have 6 speed, 7 speed, 7 speed, 4 speed, and 8 speed. This is the one weak point. I need to get 7 speed on it. Like, you need an average of 7 speed across every single relic to even get her to 200 with her Lycone. Like, it's kind of egregious. Do you keep relics from the event? You do. After the event ends and the patch ends, it'll just be there on your account. It says if they are in the dev thread state, it specifies 28%, which is why I said what I said earlier. Where is it? Yeah. Increases the wearer's crit damage dealt to enemy targets in the defense reduction state by 28%. Where are you getting 28% defense reduction to put on enemies? On a Cypher only team with no other defense shred source. You're not getting it. Oh yeah, true. I guess that's true. But also, yeah, I was reading it wrong. That's a good point, tactician. But Cypher's defense reduction on her light cone only applies to the enemy she's attacked. So, at max, you can get 3 enemies for this extra crit damage, I think. You can't get 5. So maybe an MOC against 3 enemy targets and you're able to use the skill on Cypher consistently, then yeah, this works. But in larger enemy situations, and if you maybe have skill point issues, I don't think you'd use this on Cypher. I don't even think it's worth it. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know. It's bad wording. No, that's not what I mean, Mauricio. If you don't have... Listen, enemies need to be in a defense reduction state for you to get the 28% crit damage. Cypher does not have defense reduction, I believe, on enemies. Unless she attacks them with her light cone. Which makes it like 3, I think. When Cypher attacks 1, it debuffs 5. Really? Are you sure? Let me read her light cone. Where is it? Agility. After the wearer uses an attack. Oh, wait. While under the state enemy targets, if the wearer's speed is higher, there's 100 to on. Okay, yeah, you're right. I was wrong. Good point. Is it her E2? Did I just get it confused with her E2? This is what I get for not having Cypher on any of my accounts. I think I might have been thinking of her E2. It was her E2. I'm actually retarded. I'm so sorry. Oh my fuck. I was confusing her light cone for her E2, where it says when Cypher hits an enemy target, it increases their vuln taken by 30%. I was mixing up the light cone with the E2. That's what I get for not having a character, man. I don't know them completely. How do you skip Cypher on all accounts? Not needed on all accounts. I mean, that's just who Cypher is. She's just general, but not really a master of anything. And then the only teams you maybe get her for are like Acheron, but I mean, midway through 3.x, most people aren't going to be reinvesting into their Acheron. They're just going to move on and invest in the newer teams. I'm pretty sure Cypher had like... Well, actually, no. I think Dahlia might have had lower sales than Cypher. But pre-Dahlia, Cypher had the lowest banner revenue of all time in the history of the game. Like, it was pretty bad. I expected you to impulsively pull. I would have, especially considering how hot she is. But the thing is, Phanon was literally the next banner. And Phanon is my favorite character in Gacha. So it wasn't that hard for me to skip her because of Phanon being so close. Yeah, like a lot of people definitely skipped Cypher. One, because Hyacine was the banner before her, so a lot of people were pulling Hyacine for Cassie. And two, because Phanon was the banner after her. And he had arguably the best animations in the entire game. And he's just incredibly hyped. Cypher was in a shitty position? Yeah, definitely. Alright, chat. I'm gonna end the stream here. Uh, I don't know if I'll make a video today covering the Blade Kit a little more. I'm feeling a bit lazy. We'll see. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Peace out.